In the last video, I talked about mutual confession as a practice to combat anxiety. In a fragmented and anxious culture, conversations often end because we don't want to get into an argument. In this video, I want to talk about how confession can be a conversation starter and not a conversation ender. Confession is the act of mutual self-disclosure of sin, weakness, or fear. It means telling someone else that you don't have it all together, and that may keep you from seeing clearly. Jesus talks about removing the log in your own eye before trying to remove the speck in others. Therefore, you can start a conversation by acknowledging that there may be a log in your own eye that keeps you from seeing clearly. Let me walk you through two situations where you can do this as a conversation starter, as an opener. The first one is when someone expresses a view that you disagree with. You'll meet people who want to make America great again, who support Palestine, or who have never seen Star Wars. Instead of responding with judgment, you can make a confession. You might say, for example, I'm a Gen Xer, and I might be a little biased against Gen Z. Can you help me understand where you're coming from? Here's another one regarding Star Wars. You might say, I'm so brainwashed by pop culture, I can't imagine anyone escaping its force. The second situation, when you want to discuss a difficult topic, sometimes you have to be the one to bring up something controversial, and it's good to start with a confession. Let's take the LGBT conversation. I want to talk with you about sexual orientations. For example, I know Christians are often clumsy and judgmental about this. I want to confess that I'm probably not the exception. Or you might want to talk to a friend about being punctual. You might say, hey, I want to talk to you about being late to our appointments. I know I may not be the best person to talk about it since I'm not always on time, but it's something I'm working on. What's important in any situation is that your confession is genuine. Your humility has to be real. Don't use confession as a tool to get what you want. And if that tempts you, you can even be upfront about it. You can say, hey, you know what? I have strong feelings about this, and that makes it hard for me to listen well. This is the kind of humility that Jesus exemplified, and his Spirit empowers us to practice. So go and live faith first in humble confession.